depths of the internet, a podcast did arise. A trio of loons with cigars in their eyes. They've invaded the world with their smoky surprise. The Cigar Loons, they're oh so wise. Lunatic invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest lips to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail. With their witty banter and infectious glee, they've captured hearts, you see. They're more than just smokers, they're a family, united by cigars, a brotherhood free. Invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest lips to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail. They've got the knowledge, the passion, the flair, a podcast powerhouse beyond compare. So light up the stogie and join the affair. The Cigar Loons are always there. Lunatic invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest lips to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail.
What's that? Sorry, I was doing my due diligence. I was like, I was letting anybody over on Facebook that like still follows me. I was just letting them know we're, I was trying to share.
I think you're good, brother. I think you're
increase
good.
Viewership, man.
Of course.
Yeah. Don't dead air, man. It ain't no good. What?
Well, hello everyone.
Hello
everyone, and welcome, of course, to the Cigar Loons Podcast.
He sounds so professional.
On this Tuesday night, and our first comment in from your friend Grumpy: a stick of dynamite, and the president once said. So,
yeah.
To my YouTube.
Well, we're just now getting here, and we've got comments. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Hey, ain't said nothing about nobody or anything, and we already got comments.
No.
Yeah. It might not be so good by the end, but hey.
So
we've
just had a comment from the Leaf Cutters, and they put no Turnbuckles and Stogies. There goes the show. So
hey,
Turnbuckles and Stogies are arriving late. So they have sent a message, and they are arriving late.
At least they let us know.
But once they get here, they will have the shit ridden out of them for being late.
Well, you know that. I'm going to throw rocks before they ever get here, but that's beside the point. I throw rocks at Leaf Cutters too, see. We still ain't made that show, but, here we are.
Oh, boy. One to Grumpy.
Still love you guys.
One to Grumpy. Marked on the board.
Oh, boy.
We love you guys. You know we do, man. If we didn't, we wouldn't pick on you. Just notice if you want to know who we like and who we love, notice who we pick on and notice who we never mention. Or, I mean, I won't say never mention, but it's obvious when we throw rocks. Let's just say that.
Some people never stop mentioning shit.
Yeah, well, you know, some people
not.
don't ever shut up. Old men get, you know.
Well,
of course, one of us ain't so old, and he still never shuts up. But that's beside the point.
Shut up and sit in your corner.
Crack one open. Let's sit down and relax. What are we going to talk about?
Well, hi to DEA, if you're okay, my brother.
What's up, DEA? Good evening. How you doing?
Yeah, so we're just waiting, of course, on Turnbuckles and Stogies rocking up, and you know something, it's going to be a great night sitting down, of course, with Joey and Boss Dog, and talking about their podcast and talking about how they got into it, about, of course, wrestling and different things, and what they think on these different laws going on at the moment in the cigar community, and what they are seeing, and it's going to be interesting because this is the thing. Like when we sat, of course, with the leaf cutters and the leaf cutters on, and when we sit with the guests, we're all talking about something different, and we're getting each other's viewpoints on what's going on in the world. And the thing is, we need to get these viewpoints out because there's so much that needs to be said, and everyone's got their view on what's going on at the moment with this generational tobacco ban. Everyone's got their views on what's going on in California, Massachusetts. If it's going on in England, it's going on in the States, wherever it's going on. And then also finding out what they like in cigars. So, of course, tonight, my cigars didn't turn up. So, I am smoking a farm rolled, and it is a Sumatra cigar. Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. And it's from General Cigars. So, yeah, that's what I'm smoking. So, Matthew and Grump,
British.
What have you pulled out?
That's British for gas station special. For those of you that don't know,
It sounded like he was trying to keep that on the down low. You just blasted him, man. What the hell?
Yeah, tell Grump.
Hey,
give me secrets away.
I throw it right out there, buddy. If I'm smoking them gas station greenies, I put them right out there. Look here, I smoke cheap like everybody else. Ain't nothing bougie about me. You know.
Well, speaking of not bougie,
yeah. What are you bougieing on?
I'm smoking a blackened S84.
There you go. See, I'm. This is, I think, the second one of these I've ever had is the Oliva Series V Melania Maduro.
Yep.
The box press torpedo or bellicosa or whatever you want to call it. But I think this is only like the second one of these I've ever had. They're really like a really chocolatey, coffee, cedary.
Yeah.
It's got that Mexican Maduro wrapper on it. So yeah, man, it's like it's kind of like one of those that's almost you debate on whether you want to chew it or smoke it, you know, chocolate bar or cigar, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I did see a guy chew on a cigar for an entire podcast once, so
like the way I did
Dutch Mantel.
Let him right to that.
Old Dutch Mantel. Jeez, he killed that cigar, didn't he?
No doubt, man. That was the nastiest looking cigar you ever seen.
Didn't light it up at all.
I feel sorry for that cigar because it's made by Ashton's, and it was the Ashton's Connecticut. And dang, that cigar was that mullered, bitten, chewed, and wet. It was unreal what he done to that cigar. It looked like it was getting fungus growing in it. It was like wet.
Fucking Maduro at the end, Jesus.
Yeah, it did, man. It looked like it had a San Andreas wrapper on it by the time it got to the end.
It's crazy because you look at wrestlers you look at wrestlers who've smoking cigars for years, and then he's one of them. To see him do that to a cigar, and you're like, when are you going to light that cigar up? And he's just there chewing on it and wetting it. And it's like, yeah, okay, this is enough for me. But as you were on about Dan Grump being bougie and all the rest, brother, I'm sure I can be bougie if I get one of them nice fancy certificates that says I'm a cigar sommelier. I'm sure I'll be fancy and bougie. We got one of them certificates.
He wasn't gonna let me get there before he did, was he?
Well, I tell you what, I don't plan on getting any certificates for anything
No.
except for unless it's gonna make me money.
Yeah.
So all my
Yeah.
certificates are
If
IT related.
Yeah, if it pays, if it's gonna pay me, you know. See, that's like I got a whole blank wall back here. That there could be a whole lot of creative stuff back here, you know, business wise. But, you know, I'm picky about who I promote and what I promote, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know something.
Besides, and the
something,
fact that nobody sent me much of anything, you know, lately anyway.
Yeah, you and me both.
I still
It
have.
It takes some time to get there. It takes some time to get it, and depending on who you speak to and what you read, to be a cigar sommelier, it can take anywhere from 6 to 12 months up to 7 years. And the thing is, you have to go through a lot of qualifications to do that, and know a lot of stuff by going to smoking events, knowing the tobacco, knowing the fields, knowing the companies, being able to talk about it. And the thing is, if you want to be a specialist in Havanas, of course, Cubans, as well as New Worlds, you've got to get a 75% mark pass to get your CCST. Then if you want to be a retailer tobacconist, that's a CRT. Basically, you've got all different qualifications. By the end of the qualifications, when you've got them all, you will be a mastro. So a mastro, you'll know everything. You'll know everything about cigars.
So
you can't just do a qualification in a week, 2 weeks,
No?
6 months. You've got to take your time and do it. Fuck me, I've been smoking cigars 16 years. I probably know fucking more than a lot of people who've just had one of them qualifications.
So you're saying you're saying that 21-day course I've got in my TikTok shop for $49.95 is like fake. I need to take that out.
So the guys have just messaged from Turnbuckles and Stogies. They've put, see you soon, boys. We apologise. Got stopped moving late. Be home in about 10-15 minutes. So they're going to be here. So we do apologise. But they are
buddy.
late.
Excuses.
Always something.
But they will be here. And this is the thing. So iTube's just put, a humidor must be alright, yeah? Yeah, humidor. You know something? It goes into so many things. There's so many things on the course that you've got to do.
Depends on what you call a humidor.
Talking of humidors, what would you say the best? What would you say the best humidor is? Come on, what would you say for a new cigar smoker? Say iTube's just starting in cigars. What's a great starter humidor?
That right there, what he's fixing to show you.
Right here, baby.
Right there.
Rubbermaid Brilliance Tupperware. This thing is airtight. You chuck a Bova to pack in this son bitch.
There you go.
You can replace it once a year or less.
He gets excited. Pardon his language.
And these cigars will be kept perfectly. You just gotta burp it every once in a while. I do 65%. A lot of people do 69%.
Yep.
They're held effing perfectly. I love it. I have 3 of these things. Plus, I have an electric humidor, thermoelectric humidor.
So, Grumpy, you carry on talking, my bro, because that was too foul. So, Matthew's going to timeout. Foulness.
Well,
I got the power.
but yeah, that right there, you see that. Of course, I use something similar. It's over on the table. It's not easy accessible, but mine is a round glass jar that has a sealable lid that clamps down, and I basically do the same thing. I can put like a bundle of 20 in it, throw the Bovita pack in there, and it works the same principle. Just like what
Yeah.
Matthew was showing you, that's simple and easy, not expensive, and it works
Yeah.
like a charm. Uh, you don't have to get fancy, and you don't have to spend a bunch of money, to keep your cigars nice. And I mean,
No.
these are not like cheap. I'm a cheap person. I get samplers and stuff where, you get stuff like this for $2-3 a piece instead of 10 or 12 that it costs you in the store. But I keep stuff like this in that same type thing. It don't have to be a bougie humidor. There's very simple, easy ways, and what you saw right there was about the easiest and most simple way to do it.
Yep.
I mean,
and that's the thing. That's the thing. Something I will
even I can do it.
And I will just put a notice out there. We're not, of course, endorsing cigar smoking. We're not telling you what price point is on a cigar. We're not telling you that. We're not pushing you to that.
Shit.
We're not. Nope, not trying to sell you
Ain't
nothing.
nobody's trying to start none, so they won't be none.
Yeah.
Just you got to overlook me when I get to talking. Say.
Yeah, when you think on humidors, like you just said, Grump, glass mason jar, right? You look of course at a tupper door, like Matthew just showed.
Well,
people sometimes they go straight away and they go and get a glass top humidor. To me, with a glass top humidor, I always say to people, no, that glass top humidor is going to let that much temperature out.
Yep,
it's never going to be right. Where you look at Grumpy's, you look at yours. I've got one. It keeps that temperature in. It doesn't get out. And that's the thing. Once that's sealed and it's got that Boveda, and that's it. It stays to that temperature. Where with a glass top humidor, you've got that much different things going on with it. It never keeps the temperature. Now, other people will go and say, well, I'm going to go and get a proper humidor and I'm going to have a cedar laced humidor. Full wooden. And they go to it. And then it's a case of, well, how do I use a humidor? What do I do? What's the prep work that I need to put into? And they'll get all the distilled water. They'll soak it in distilled water, and before you know it, they've bowed the humidor, they've fucked the humidor, and it's like, shit, what do I do now?
Yeah, the other thing is with that stuff, if you're gonna get one that's all wood, you gotta pay more. You can't buy a cheap one. You can't do that because it's gonna be cheap. It's not gonna be airtight. You know what I mean? So it's got to be a good quality one. Right.
That's why
I don't have a wooden humidor. I have the thermoelectric. That one's really nice, but I mean, it is what it is. It's pricey.
Yeah.
That
see,
was
I'm still
Father's Day gift from my.
I'm still looking for that day when I open up a cigar store. An actual brick and mortar. Of course, I plan on running internet specials every day. Different little things like that, but.
Right.
But yeah, I'm looking for the day when, I'm looking for the day.
That's like a lottery dream of mine. But other than that, yeah, I mean. I
got bucket list things, man. Getting on Willie's bus.
I think if it was me,
bucket list.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think if it was me, and I was going to say to someone, right, as we're doing it through, are we doing it on Instagram or through StreamYard?
Oh boy. I think that was one of those situations where you could have read that one in your head.
Oh, sorry, but I have to read out aloud. I have got dyslexia, so go and fuck me.
I'm not sure.
But something, I definitely say to anyone who's starting out and looking at a humidor,
over here.
Go and get yourself a nice. Go get yourself a tupper. Work your way through the tupper, learning to look after your cigars and that, sorting your temperature out and getting it to where it needs to be. Then look at maybe getting a wooden humidor, seasoning it properly and looking after that. Then go up to the next type of humidor, which would be your electric humidor. That's the way I'd start off. And something? I've got that wooden humidor. I've got tupper doors. I'm pretty much happy with my 69 that I use, and that's been my method for years. I tried with the distilled water. I frigged that many different humidors up. I was like, yep, stuff this. I'm just going to go to the B&M, pick up my cigars when I need them, smoke them when I need them. I've got a couple of days that I know they're okay to smoke. They're not going to lose any temperature. They're not going to start cracking. They ain't going to start developing mold. And I smoked them within a week. Then it was like, well, if I need these to last me longer, I need to start looking. And that's when I heard that wonderful thing, Boveda. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go and season everything with Boveda now. Never had a problem with Boveda since. I haven't. Never had a problem.
Nope.
Yeah, man.
Matthew, you carry on with the show, my bro. I'm just sorting this out.
Yep, we're good.
Just keep it, just keeping it basic and simple to start out with, because, I mean, how many times have you seen somebody jump in with both feet, go all out, and in 6 months they've already, they've lost that, they've lost their zeal for enjoying a cigar, and there they've invested all that money.
Right. Well, I think the biggest thing is that, I'm in all these different groups on Facebook, and dude, the amount of head fuckery that people do to try to take care of their humidity levels in their humidors. They're always like, well, this shelf is this and this shelf is this, and it's like, dude, it's really not that damn serious.
You're really.
Like, I understand, like, you want it to be perfect, but, like, it ain't going to go bad if it's a degree or two off. It ain't going to go bad if it's, if it's a little bit dry. It'll crack on you when you smoke it if it's a little bit dry. But, like, you got to find what works most for you, too, because, like, I went with 69% from the beginning.
Yep.
And I realized that I don't like the way those smoke when my cigars are at 69 humidity. I like them when they're about 65. I like them to be a little bit drier.
We've just had some comments in, of course, and basically some leaf cutters said they put top it all with Boveda packs for quick and easy. And then it says wooden humidor for the person who wants to store cigars and age them. And then, of course, they put temp control and humidity control, just want to show off. Ben, stop showing off, motherfucker. You know we love you, but stop showing off.
I'm a show off too. It's okay.
But that's the thing. You know something? You see these people that buy them, and they'll go, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do this," and then it's temperature's up by 1 degree, and they go, "Oh, it's the end of the world." Oh. And you're like,
it's not that serious.
No, just look, do a reset, take the cigars out. Let the humidor sit and accumulate for a couple of days. Then go and put your cigars back in. If it's still hitting that 80, 90 odd marker, you know something's not right. If it's sitting, if it's sitting at 70, bang on, temp, humidity, bang. Shove your cigars in, shut your humidor, crack on. Enjoy.
If you ever find your humidity, getting up there in that 70, 80%, all you gotta do before you light up is just give that cigar a good squeeze, wring that extra humidity out of it, and just shake it off and light it and go on about your business.
There you go.
You're complicating things again, see.
Well, I tell you what, man. The only time I've had a full-on panic attack when it came to my cigars was one night I come down, or I was down here, and I might have been imbibing a little bit.
Yeah.
While I was smoking. And
he means sipping on the spirits.
Yeah. That I don't imbibe in the other stuff.
There you go.
But I'm sitting down here and I'm chilling, and I go upstairs to bed. And like 2 days later, I don't even come down here for 2 days. I come down 2 days later, my humidor is wide open. And it was middle of the summer, so it was 90% humidity. And like my Boveda packs were soaking wet. I was like, I full on like freaked out. So I took all those cigars out of there, put them in an empty Tupperware. I freaked out. I was so worried I'd ruined all those cigars because I had probably 50 in there at the time. You know what I mean? I freaked out. It was bad. But
hey DEA, is that one of the hand crank ones, or you got one of them modern electric ringers? Which is it? I mean, I gotta know, man. How you got the old hand crank, or you got one of them newer electric ones? I gotta know.
You can also you can put on one of those. You ever seen those brush cleaners that that professional painters use? They stick it on there and they spin it.
Yeah.
Real quick, you can put one of those on there too. Oh hell! I get the extra moisture out of there.
Oh
God. So Ben just put a course on the Instagram. He goes, "Okay, I'll go into my corner." So Ben's getting promoted into the corner with you, Grump. Yes.
Hey, I'm the corner dwelling vegetable in this group. Don't be coming in here trying to horn in on the corner seat. I got that locked down. That's vegetation heaven right there. Ain't nobody gets the corner seat but me. I got seniority on that.
There's only one cuck in this group. Come on.
That's right. There's only one corner seat in this group, and even though I would like
to say there's our guests are here.
It's about time.
I hope Joey, you're on, my brother.
He looks confused.
Y'all like.
Where's your dad? Where's your dad? Where's
right,
that motherfucker? Where's Mr. Motherfucker? I can't hear him in the background. So where's Mr. Motherfucker? I can hear him.
I'm right here, Mr. Motherfucker.
Hi, Mr. Motherfucker.
So formal.
Mr. Motherfucker.
Mr. Motherfucker.
Right. Let me say that right now is when the Willie Nelson song "It's All Gone to Pot" would be most appropriate because that's fixing to be where it's headed. I can just forewarn you. Cover your ears. Hey, at least we can tell time. We were on time. Where were y'all?
Oh shit!
Well, you know, things happen.
We had
Mr. Motherfucker.
We had a rough day trying to move furniture to the new place.
I tried. See, I told y'all. Here it goes downhill like crazy.
You know something? It's understandable. Of course, you're moving and stuff, and at least you're here, and at least you've turned up, and that's the thing. And
yeah, man, appreciate y'all.
This is what happens when you have
I'm just throwing rocks.
No, thank you. We can't thank you enough for having us on. That's for sure.
This is what happens when you have the greatest podcast on the internet on your podcast. This is what the fuck happens.
Here we go. Here we go. You heard?
Well, you know something.
I'll take note of that when we go to check our stats later.
When you check your stats, you're welcome. You're welcome, by the way. You're fucking welcome, all right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. We've been needing help for 2 years, man. Where y'all been?
Listen, we know the same struggle as you got. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy, but I'll tell you what, though, it's a lot of fucking fun.
That's what she told me.
I enjoy myself. Yeah. I can't say that I ain't had fun. I don't know about these other clowns, but
she said to me the same thing. She said it's not easy. I said, I know I got to work for it. You know what I mean?
Boy.
Hey.
Cheers.
But you know something. This is the thing. You look at everything from what you guys are doing with, of course, Turnbuckles and Stogies. You look at what we're doing with the Cigar Loons. We pretty much are doing cigars. We're doing that where we're talking about the news. We're talking about cigar news. We're talking about that. And then we see this. We're getting them different either restrictions or we're getting where we'll have 1 week where we've got 90 to 100 views. You look at the week later and you go, Why the fucking hell have I got 9 views? I had a fucking 100 last week. So what the hell have we done within a week where we dropped to 9 views? And then you're like, what's going on here? And you're trying to work it out, and it's
these pretty little things right here. It's these pretty little things right here.
It's the guy with the long hair.
I know. It's grumpy.
But he just sits in the corner.
Yeah, he just sits in his corner.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get put in a timeout.
I got put in
My
timeout
life
earlier.
stays in timeout.
It happens.
I live in a state of confusion. What do you expect?
Well,
You know.
hey, maybe you should go get tested for dementia or something.
It's been said that should be glad I've got a corner to sit and veg in on somebody's podcast. You know,
I mean, I
that's
just
pretty
work
much
here.
what I do. I just sit here in the corner. Now that y'all are here, I actually do have a corner. See, before y'all showed up, they put me in the middle, down there in the bottom. So then I sit here and look stupid, saying that I'm sitting in the corner vegging.
Well, don't you like the middle?
Good Lord.
Well, you know,
Don't you like the middle?
depends.
He loves the middle.
I mean,
Isn't that called like an Oreo cookie or a reverse Oreo cookie or some shit?
I think
they
we're
probably
like a
got
vanilla
names
Oreo.
for it. Yeah. Yeah, they got names for
Let's
it,
say
but I
It's
ain't
called-
going there.
It's called Uh-oh.
See, y'all ain't
Yeah.
dragging me in the ditch. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all a lesson. See,
Brother,
I'll
you
sit
were
here
born
in my
in the
corner
ditch.
and veg. Y'all ain't gonna drag me in the ditch. Watch me have my cigar and coffee.
So of course, well, we already know pretty much when we started. Of course, Matthew was smoking. Of course, the blackened S. Fucking hell, Matthew, go again because I've just had a whiskey and
Blackened S84.
I'm mind fucked. I'm mind fucked already.
Black.
S84.
shades of black.
Yeah, shade of black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shade to black. Yep, shade to black. And Grumpy, of course, is on the Oliva Milano. So, of course, great cigars.
Fantastic.
So, of course, what have you guys got smoking tonight? What are you smoking on tonight? As you've joined
I'm
us tonight
smoking-
on the podcast, what you
You'll
got? What's
never,
up?
you'll never find this, but I know a guy. I'm smoking a Gloria Cubana Trunk Show 2015.
13.
No, this is 13.
I'm actually smoking
he-
the same thing he is.
I
'Cause
know he's got a shitload of them.
in the middle of the move, I tried to pack up all my cigars and I left them in the other room, and this was already cut from this morning, so I figured I might as well smoke it, right?
There you go.
It's there.
Not wrong with that, Joe. Not wrong with that, my bro.
Nothing wrong
I
with
already know he's got a shitload of them cigars like your dad's smoking. I already saw when you had your nice
Actually,
delivery of all
we
them
smoked
cigars
through
in your nice
quite-
fancy box.
We smoked through quite a bit of those. There was seven boxes, and between the summer of all of us hanging out and going to places and giving them to people to try, and we smoked through quite a bit.
That's all right. I'll be getting some more in August.
Holy
There you
shit.
go.
Well, no wrong with that, my bros. No wrong with that.
After
So,
we
of course,
stop.
for anyone who's watching now on, of course, YouTube, on Rumble, on Instagram, that doesn't really know who Big Dog is, who, of course, the Vanilla Gorilla is, and what Turnbuckles and Stogies is, give your brief introduction about you guys and tell people who you are.
Well, obviously,
Tell the
I am the big dog of everything. I'm the big dog of TikTok, the big dog of Facebook, big dog of Instagram. I'm all over. Just keep following me, and you'll know who I am. You know what I do. What else?
So I'll kind of summarize that in one big sentence. We are
the biggest.
we've been called many different names. The biggest announced team, the Untouchables. I mean, from top to bottom, the list goes on with the names.
Just ain't never been called late for dinner.
We basically took our passion for cigars and what we do as pro wrestlers and put them into one podcast and called it Turnbuckles and Stogies, where we bring our wrestling cigar smokers to the world of our friends, our comrades in the cigar industry that we know, that we sit down with.
Wait, use the big
And
word.
then the guys from that industry that may like wrestling or have a remembrance of wrestling from when they were a kid, it gives them a chance to come on and relive those moments and maybe connect with a new audience and have a new audience try their cigars, and then maybe sit down with them and interview them or go to an event that they have. And that's kind of what we do. We kind of specialize in the boutique world. What we've had on, we just had on Crown Heads the other day, John Huber. We had on Pedro from Drew Estate. We've had on Matty Rocks, who works from Drew Estate. We've had the DJ from Drew Estate on as well. We specialize in a lot of the boutiques, but we try to get some of the bigger names that are requested. And for us, Drew Estate was a name we wanted because, like you guys, we love their cigars. We always try to. It's something that we tried to get from the beginning, but it was always hard to nail down a time, and we were able to get that time nailed down with them. So once the opportunity arose, they were like, "Listen, we can do it. Let's get it done now. We got to record it. I don't care. We don't mind recording if we have to. We prefer live, but at the same time, if they're taking the time to come out and come on with us, if I got to record on a Wednesday night at 9:30 at night, I'm gonna record on a Wednesday at 9:30.
Yeah,
sure.
I get that, and we understand it with Drew Estate, because when we reached out to Drew Estate, and we got, of course, Isola, we reached out to Isola, and never in a million years did we think we were going to hear back from her, because we thought, what, we're down this lower class podcast.
That's how we felt.
With the cigar invaders of the world. It's what we called ourselves from day one when we started. Yeah, we're boutique. Yeah, we brought some of the legacy brands on. But then when you mention, and me being me, I was like, we've had EP Carrillo on. We've had this one on. We've had this one on. So I started dropping the names. Yeah, well, come on. And before, stop playing with the lights.
We're good.
You're supposed to pay the light bill. Just saying.
No, we just moved into this place.
How about you just about go fuck yourself?
Yeah.
How about that?
This is good shit.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Well,
can I say the word fuck on here?
Like I say, we might.
Fuck no, brother.
Yeah, we managed to get, of course, Isola, and
I never
that's
swear.
where we're going. Something.
Wait,
you do something different, and this is the thing.
Yeah.
Did you say
I also never lie. Yeah.
And I never have sex either.
Well, I've been married for a while.
I can see that.
He said
only on weekends. Oh, Grump.
Bro, I think I had more sex in 2 days than you had in 40 years.
40 years, you say?
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I want to be in this fight.
Nope, I don't. But I, of course, to his and his cigars.
If that's the case, it's easily understandable to see why the world mentality has gone the direction it has. It's your responsibility.
Damn.
Just saying. I mean,
bullets are flying tonight, brothers.
I ain't getting in the ditch. I'm getting on the mountain and sitting down and
Live
shutting
in
up.
the ditch.
We're never getting in the ditch. We're not.
No, never.
When you look, of course, when you look at the difference in the podcasts, of course, like we said, you look at what you're doing with wrestling, and then you look at, of course, where you guys were, and even as you look at, of course, at the promo that was played tonight, the intro and the outro that's going to be played, of course, if you're in your wrestling gear in the wrestling ring. So tell people who don't really know much about that side of you and being wrestlers and how you got into being wrestlers and wrestling and doing that.
Cut a motherfucking promo. Come on.
I'll let you start and tell them kind of who you are and what you do.
So now you want story time with the big dog.
Cut a motherfucking promo.
Let me give you a little story time with the big dog right now.
No, we ain't in Detroit.
So I started my wrestling career in 1991 at the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas. Okay. And I was with the Von Erichs.
I was just going to say, if that name rings a bell, it's because that's where the Von Erichs and everybody came out.
Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee, Matt Bourne, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Gentleman Chris Adams,
Magnum TA. I could go on and on and on. I could just keep dropping names, but I don't do that. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't drop names. It's not my business.
Only like 12 or 13.
Well, the names that he also named, the names he also named were also big stars at that time in world class and in that area too. So it just kind of puts that in.
Don't ever take shit I say seriously. Sorry.
Oh, I know.
I don't take nothing seriously.
That was more for the viewers at home.
So now, when I started there, the way I got my career started was, I used to go there every Saturday night, every Saturday morning. So they had a battle royal, and I'm sitting there, and my brother turns around. They said, "Anybody want to be in a battle royal? Just give us your name." So I'm sitting there, minding my business like I'm doing now. And he points to me and he goes, writes my name down on the sheet. Next thing I know, I get brought in the back and they're like, "Oh, this is Chris Adams. You know, you're in the battle royal, blah, 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 blah." Okay, sure, I guess I'm in the battle royal. So I did the battle royal. And they had to stop it because me nor the other guy was going over the top rope. I wasn't leaving the top rope. You must be out of your fucking mind. I got free training. I'm not going nowhere. So I did that. I worked in Texas. Then I came back to New York. And I said, well, who the hell am I going to go with now? I have nobody here. Next thing I know, hooked up with Rikishi and Yokozuna and all them guys, and they're like, "Yo, go see my father." Cool. I go over, I see Sam. So now I show up, and they called up Billy Kidman, who was my trainer, and they go, "Where are you? Your guy's here." So now I'm doing everything Alpha tells me to do. God rest Pops. I love Pops.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing everything he tells me to do. Next thing I know, Billy Kidman comes in and he goes, "Pops, you didn't tell me the guy I was training with fucking."
He wanted him to get on all fours, and when you learn to take, bumps off the mat, they have somebody get behind you on all fours, and they essentially push you over, so you get used to that falling feeling. Except Billy Kidman was what, 5'6", 155 pounds, and here you are at 6'2",
so
420.
Billy turned around to Pops and says, "Pops, you didn't tell me guy I'm training is a fucking redwood." I said, "Well, I mean, if you're talking about my dick, it is what it is. I mean, you call it redwood, I call it dick." You know what I mean? So then I come back to New York. I go see Johnny Rods. I get trained by him. I got trained by the late great Pete McKay. I mean, I've been trained by like 7 to 8 people. And you know what? People say, "Why do you do that?" And I say, because everybody has a different style of training.
I'm glad you said that.
Everyone has a different style of training. When you go to Mexico, everything's on the left-hand side. When you're in America, everything's on the right-hand side.
Europe and Japan are kind of a mix. Japan is more of a stronger style.
Correct.
That's the style that I is that stronger kind of punch you in the mouth style.
I mean, I've wrestled for NWA, WWE, and WWE.
God rest Tony Rumble's soul.
I wrestled for, JAPW. I've trained guys like Low Key, Red, Homicide.
You can't forget
Eddie Kingston.
You can't forget my man.
I trained Eddie Kingston in Yonkers at a boxing gym.
And what was it after that?
After that, he went to Chicago to Mike Quackenbush. So I've been around, man. Like it's just crazy that people say, "Oh, you haven't made it."
Yeah, get with Buck Bagwell and Scott Steiner and Atlanta, and they might hook up. You can't get with either one of them. Either one of them are doing much of anything.
I've been with Buff. Me and Buff.
Actually, I should say that I know Buck. Buff is a.
I have Buff's number in my phone. But like I said, man, I've been all over the world. I've done traveling, and let me tell you, it's not easy traveling because, you're on the road. It's eating garbage food from the gas stations or dollar stores or whatever, and I've done that for a long time.
You retired, and then he went into retirement for probably 15 years, and then this is kind of where my story kicks in. We hooked up with a friend of his up in Rhode Island, NWW Extreme. We went up. I kind of learned the business from that side. I knew it growing up as a kid, but I did security. I took, wristbands and tickets at the gate, paying my dues throughout the company itself. And then one night he was supposed to do commentary, and the owner was supposed to do commentary. So, me being I wouldn't say professional, but I would say being brought up in that business, I learned always travel with something in your bag, whether it's your gear, an extra shirt, whatever. So I said to the owner, hey, listen, when you go to your show, or when you go do your match, if you want to leave a match before yours, 2 matches before, and get whatever gimmick you got to get on, because I think it was Chainsaw that night. And I was like, I'll jump in the commentary booth. Cool. Well, lo and behold, got into the wrestling business. I don't get clued in until right before the showtime. And I go, yo, so when you do this, I'll jump in. He looks at me and goes, oh no, you're in the commentary booth all night. Have fun. I was like, huh? Excuse me? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, oh yeah, that's you. He goes, you're on the call with your dad all night. Oh, okay, sure. So, yes, he was. I did know that. I believe Buff was a 4-year quarterback in high school.
Yeah, now he's a catcher.
Well, no, Buff is good people.
Yeah, well, Larry who's talking now. Larry who's talking at you. He went to school with him, so of course he knows him, and he did say in his contract before telling that Larry said thank you to him.
Yeah, Buff is awesome. We love Buff. We had the opportunity to cross paths with Buff, and sitting down having a conversation with that man. That man is so knowledgeable.
Listen, he sent my wife a message for her birthday. He sent her video message. He recorded it for me, and I sent it to my wife. That was the best thing he ever did.
So now,
I still have it on my phone.
Kind of go back to what we were talking about with the learning how to and stuff. So as a commentator, yes, obviously my goal from a kid was to become a wrestler. I grew up around the business, going to shows with my dad. I watched it since I was a kid. I still watch it every week like clockwork. Mm-hmm. And, I wanted to learn what it felt like. So before a show, I went to him, the guy that runs the company, and his best friend, who the three of them rode the roads together up in that area. So, naturally, I'm like, listen, I want you three to show me what I'm doing or tell me how to do it. And I did. And I took probably 15 to 20 of them. And for people that think that ring does not hurt, do about 10 or 15 of those back bumps right in the middle of that ring, and you let me know how it feels. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I'm going to leave that right there and let it sit in
there. So, that happens. I do a couple more shows on commentary. And, that's where the biggest announce team name comes in, because I was Big Joe when I played football. And he was Big Dog. So, at intermission, I was talking to one of the guys. I'm like, oh, hey, listen, he's Big Dog. I'm Big Joe. We're the biggest announce team. And the guy was like, yo, shut up and just run with that. Run with that tagline. Because at that point, I didn't know I was going to get in the ring. Years later, I didn't know I was going to get in the ring. I thought I was just going to be a commentator, and it was what it was, and we were going to have a long commentary career together, which that moniker gets resurrected November 29th because we're going to be calling a show in Colorado live on, I believe, StreamYard. So for those that want to tune in, we'll be calling that show live for Battleground Pro Wrestling out of Colorado.
Live, motherfuckers, live, not tape, live.
So,
LIVE, bitches.
That moniker might get resurrected for a one night only kind of deal. We'll see. Then fast forward probably 4 or 5 years during COVID, 2022, October. Tell you right now, we get the phone call in May. The show gets postponed twice.
Twice, not once, but
Twice, not to any avail of mine or the promoters. That's what happened. So now, I can tell you right now, October 15th, 2022 kicks off my in-ring career. And the guy that owned the company at the time, again, rode the roads with my dad, wrestled him for 20 years. And, to be able to be in that locker room as a kid was cool. But then to go however many years later and share that locker room was a completely different aspect and story of what I thought it would ever be. And it was cool because we were able to kind of, talk. We got put in a 4-way tag match for the titles. First night in the company, they booked us as the big badasses in the match, which was fun. I love being the big bad guy. I mean, it's fun for me because I get to run my mouth. Sometimes I don't have to say anything and just beat you up and kind of show you who I am.
I'm the guy behind the scenes that just mind his business and don't say a fucking word.
We do the show. Some stuff happens.
What are you laughing at?
Bullshit. Bullshit.
That BS meter, boy. That BS meter picked out on that one.
Bullshit.
To be fair, he did let his son talk for a while there. I'm just saying. Maybe he
it's
is
funny
good at
because
it.
the first show we did, I knew he had to be the mouthpiece because it was my first match. I was nervous. I'm not going to tell you.
No matter who I tag with, I'm always the fucking mouthpiece.
Well, see, but now
I have no fucking idea.
No. But now that
You never shut the
changes.
fuck
No
up.
idea why I'm the fucking mouthpiece.
Yeah, I can see
how
how that.
we hook up with a company in North Carolina. We hooked up with a company in North Carolina who doesn't run anymore. We did a one-off show. And, I had some time to think in between my matches of what I could have did differently. And I did. I watched that match back. I can't tell you how many times and was like, oh, if I would have said this or if I would have did this. And then I brought it to some other friends of mine who wrestle. And I'm like, dude, can you watch this and let me know what I'm doing wrong or anything I can fix? And I was leaning like this a lot, kind of leaning on the turnbuckles and the ropes. And he was like, dude, you're big. You're imposing and you're fucking scary. He was like, you stand straight up the whole time. He was like, stand up. He said it and a couple other guys said it. So came our show in North Carolina, which we drove 10 hours down and 10 hours back. I went to work. I came home. I grabbed my shit, threw it in the truck, 10 hours down, stayed the night, did the show the next day, stayed the night, turned around, 10 hours home. Like we did basically a turn and burn in 2 days. And so the mouthpiece part comes in where, I'm like, this is my time to kind of take into my own because, we want to make this a thing. And if I'm going to go on my own at some point, I got to talk. I got to be able to cut the promos. I got to be able to talk. So we were in the back and I was kind of like, well, we weren't supposed to be in that match. We were supposed to be against another team. That team had some personal stuff come up, couldn't make it. So they threw us into the other tag match. But the way I made sure they did it was they didn't announce the change. I said, the way I want this to go is do not announce anything until the time that match happens. I was like, keep it a secret. Don't tell the fans. Don't anything. I was like, just keep it a secret. I said, and come time for the match, you let them come out, and then I'm going to cut a promo from behind the curtain and make myself more important than everybody else. And that's how this is going to go. So I'm in the back, and I have nothing for everybody. You know, a lot of people have stuff written down. I didn't have nothing written down. I did this like we are now. I was standing there like, well, I could say, and I was running off a promo in my head. I didn't write shit. I didn't do nothing. I did it right off the top of my head. Once I had it, I'm like, that's the promo. That's what I'm going to cut. And, you know, it was like, you know, basically, you know, to the tune of, I'm not coming out from behind this curtain until that announcer announces my goddamn name. Because our opponents were, you know, I played it off like our opponents were too scared to be here, whatever.
And then,
but I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not coming out to you announce my goddamn name.
And then what do I do?
Well, you took part of my promo from me.
I grabbed the microphone.
You took part of my promo and came out to the curtain and cut the first part and didn't let me cut my whole promo. But you know what? My thing was that's what
you fucking do, bro.
But my thing was you know what? I didn't talk much the first show. I let him talk. Yeah. That was my time to kind of like show people like, holy shit, this kid actually, you know, he can do this.
So it's like tonight. Tonight, here on Cigar Loons Podcast, you got the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, the Untouchables, and don't ever in your life think that we're not going to come for you, because whatever federation wants to sign us, we're fucking coming. And guess what? When I come, I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with the big guy. And when I come with the big guy, it's a fucking wrap. Yeah, and let me tell you something. We're not coming to fight Joe Schmuckatelli and his sister.
Oh, no, I'm coming for you.
I'm not coming to fight Joe Schmuckatelli. I'm not coming to fight his sister. I'm coming to take your mother, your wife, and your kids. Listen. When I come, you better put your wife on a fucking leash, because I'm coming to take her. And she's coming back to the hotel with me. And what she does there is her business, not yours. It's her business. So make sure you stay tuned to Cigar Loons Podcast with fucking Turnbuckles and Stogies.
I mean, you wanted a promo. That was a profanity-ridden promo, but it was a promo.
Yeah, well, you know, that's good. I like it. That's what I asked for.
Because all the promos we cut for the show, like not for podcast, but for the wrestling shows we did, or whatever, we were always smoking, and it gave us that illusion of being, you know, two big
fat motherfuckers.
No. Like, and somebody's mentioned it to me. It was like an outdoor.
Why does it look like his phone?
Like look, mafia style. Like mafia style.
He is. He's leaning to the side. He's sleeping. Don't worry.
You know, they were like, you guys put out like a mafia style promo because we sat there.
I'm wide awake.
Hold on, who am I? Hold on.
Just like this, like we delivered it with such, like, you know, monotone voices, but with purpose. And everybody's like, "Oh, you did that?" They're like, "That's the first one." I was like, I sat there and I cut that with me and him, and I was like, "You're gonna let me talk, and then you'll talk," and you know, and I sat there and I was just like,
Grumpy, I hope before you fall asleep that
I took my puff of my cigar, and I just kind of looked into the camera, and I was like, well, here we are. You know,
he's never fallen asleep on the show.
The companies I work for, when I've done it,
I fell asleep on my fucking podcast. I was drunk and then motherfucker fell asleep.
I could see why that would happen.
The day I fell on a podcast,
oh my God.
I wasn't even drunk.
Dude, that episode, we were in the middle of the episode. We were talking about wrestling in the middle of talking to cigars. And he goes to walk back into frame. He goes to sit down, and the ground was too soft. So he sat down, and when you watch it, you see the chair just go like this. Slowly.
Bro, I wasn't even fucking
and then the best part is, as he falls, he goes like this and grabs me like I'm going to do something. I'm like, fuck you want me to do? Like, I can't save you, because if you go down, I'm going down with you.
And then the funny thing was, when I went down, I went like,
yep.
Dude, I had to cut the commercial, longest commercial we had, because I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing at all. It was fucking hilarious.
I said, you know what? It would have helped if I was drunk, but I wasn't even drunk.
No, he was not even drinking that day.
That's not even fun.
But you linked there from, of course, both of you in wrestling, and how you both started out and then cutting promos. And when me and Matthew and Grumpy have spoken about it, and we've spoken about wrestling and who were our favourites on the mic, and mine was always Jake the Snake. Because as soon as Jake spoke on that mic, and he's there, trust me, and he's getting you, and he's got you hooked. It's not a case of him going and he's saying to you, well, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to give you a clothesline. I'm going to give you a DDT. I'm going to do this. He kept you hooked, and he's basically talking to you and getting you in.
Because he had that deep, raspy voice. And when he spoke, you listened because he, like you said, he captivated you and was like, holy shit, like this guy.
I remember doing a show with
this guy. Scary.
I remember doing a show with Jake the Snake Roberts in New Rochelle.
Okay, but let's preface this with this was Jake in full-fledged, addiction.
So I was
not where he is today.
Right.
Not and we're very happy to see where he is today. I'm a huge Jake the Snake fan, so
I was with Jake.
We're happy to see where he is today.
I'm gonna say maybe 99 or 2000.
Yeah, so like at that,
or maybe 98
level
2000
of
in that area. So
that was after Honky Tonk hit him in the head with the guitar.
So I was doing a show in New Rochelle, New York, and all of a sudden Jake comes over. He goes, "Yo, big dog." I said, "What's up, Jake?" He goes, "I hear you're the man around here." I said, "What do you mean I'm the man around here?" I said, "This is my hometown." He goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." He goes, "Well, you gotta get some cocaine."
But what? Didn't you turn around and tell him I have too much respect for you to get you that?
I said, "Bro, you're asking the wrong guy because I'm not getting you nothing." I said, "I can call somebody right now, but it ain't happening, bro. It's not happening. I'm not giving you fucking cocaine."
But it's not even so much it's not so much you didn't want to give it to him. It's that's a legend in everybody's mind. You don't want to feed the addiction and it's you got too much respect for that person. You don't want to feed into what their vice is. You want to try to help them get off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's actually when
Jake was ripped in it for years.
That's actually when I wrestled.
And now he's, God bless him, he's clean, he's sober, worked with DDP.
Yep.
I mean, he's.
Yeah.
That's actually when I wrestled.
We've said this before. When me and Grumpy have spoken about it before, and when me and Matthew have spoken about it, the things that DDP's done, when you look, of course, at what he did for Buff. Okay, Buff's had to lose the leg and stuff, but you look at what he did for Buff, you look at what he did for, of course, Scott Hall.
The biggest case,
even Lex. Yeah.
Lex and Butterbean are his two biggest cases because Butterbean couldn't stand up.
They told Lex Luger he can never walk.
The other day he was hanging ornaments on his Christmas
tree. And he's standing on a ladder. Yeah, standing on a ladder, putting the strong.
What I thought the coolest part about that was when came time for Lex's Hall of Fame, when they called him for the induction, he worked with DP because he said, when I get my ring, I want to walk to that podium and I want to walk across that stage.
So
to hear that kind of puts into perspective for everybody of like, and you guys understand this, the things that we take for granted, like being able to walk around as professional wrestlers, athletes, whatever. When you get guys like that who can't walk, who have to work so hard just to get from here to that corner, it makes you realize that what you're there because of guys like that who paved the way for you to be there. They're dealing with these struggles, but yet paved the way for you to come in and do what you want to do and do what you love and potentially meet those guys in the future.
So now let me give you a little background story of my nephew. God bless his soul. He passed away. He was one of the biggest wrestling fans in the world.
used to talk to that kid every day.
So he went and did DDP yoga. So when we went to the ECW arena, and I met DDP,
Which is where we crossed paths with Buck.
which is where I crossed paths with Buck. So once I said to him, "Oh, you know my nephew Lawrence?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I do, Larry." I said, "Yes, Larry." He goes, "How is he?" I said, "He passed away." He looked at me and gave me such a fucking hug. Like, bro.
And then
DDP's yoga, and I wish I can do it, but I can't because I got 500 dishes.
see, but you can do it.
No, I can't. I'm not doing no doggy style.
He doesn't do that. He works. I know what you're talking about. He's worked with guys like that.
So I may hit him up, and who knows? You might see the big dog. I might extend my back.
The best thing. Let me put it this way: it's one of the best things you could do by getting in touch with DDP. And I've spoken with DDP many times by text message,
Well, send me his fucking
by email,
phone.
the same as I've spoken to.
Send me his
Same as I've spoken to Lex. I've spoken to Lex plenty of times, and the thing is, I suffer with my back. I've got gingival disc disease. I blame the disc out of my neck, the bottom of my back, and everything. I did DDP yoga, and if it wasn't for doing DDP yoga 6 years ago, I wouldn't still be able to get up now on a walking stick and walk around because I was given the bad diagnosis, this wheelchair.
And
So now let me ask you this.
And you
And
guys
luckily,
hear that's a
around a little bit.
personal testimonial about DDP yoga. It's not that we're talking about what the wrestlers did. It's what everyday people do with that. We're not blowing smoke in your ass about it.
So now
It's
let me
true.
ask you this.
No.
Well, we're
when
blowing
you
plenty
did
of smoke.
When you did DDP yoga, did that increase your fucking sex drive?
Brother, my sex drive's never fucking.
He doesn't
died.
need
I'm like a
to
fucking
increase,
sexual
trust me.
transfers Rex. Fuck
You know,
me. I'm always on the fucker.
This
Listen,
motherfucker needs to calm down.
DDP yoga is something I consider. Having been a football player for so many years, lifted weights, now in the wrestling business, I'm like, it's not something that, you should rule or put off the table. Because of the fact that you look at, guys like the original person of DDP yoga, which is that guy, Arthur Borman or whatever his name is. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. He was an everyday guy who, like you, they said, would never walk again. And within a year, the guy was running up and down his street at full sprint.
Yeah, but you look at his story, basically being parachute regiment.
Yeah.
The amount of parachute jumps that he did, landing on his knees, taking his knees out, and everything, and they said, "Look, you'll never do it." And doing DDP yoga to then see the end of that video where he's running is inspirational. And you look at a lot of people, and when me and Grump have spoken about it, and when me and Matt
Did you have a
spoken about
chance
it,
to?
you
speaking
see
of did you have a chance to
and
watch Butterbeans?
yep,
Did you
I've
ever
seen Butterbeans.
Okay, so that was another one, like you said, was inspirational to see that Butterbean documentary. Completely blew my mind because guys like us knew Butterbean as this big, badass boxer who would come in, hit you with one punch, see you later, and that was the end of your fight.
Yeah.
And then to see him like that.
The thing is, you look at anyone.
Yeah, I mean,
you look at anyone, and anyone can put the mind to it. And
yeah,
I've said this to Matthew about Matthew doing it. I've said the same to Grumpy about doing it. Even if it is just a matter of an hour a day that you do something like that, stretch your legs, make sure you're stretching and keeping motivated. It gives you that back, because if you sit and then don't, it doesn't matter what you do. If you from an athlete to a normal Joe, if you're a farmer, a bricklayer, no matter what, you're going to do damage eventually, and the damage starts to creep up. And when the damage starts to creep up, you've got to do something. And the thing is, it's like Grumpy will say now, he's a big guy about normal, natural medicine, not the fucking fake shit tablets that all the pharmaceuticals are pumping through you. Because that fake shit does total damage. And I'll be honest,
That's
I've got fucking liver failure. I've got liver failure and kidney failure. I've got liver, kidney. I've got liver and kidney failure through the pharmaceuticals.
And
through
again,
the pharmaceuticals, they've done more damage to me than anything.
Muffy was in fucking Woodstock. He's a fucking hippie.
That's another thing.
Hey, nothing wrong with grumpy being a hippo.
A very blessed one too.
But that's how a lot of
look at him. Look
That's
at him right now. Long hair,
get hooked.
fucking beard, glasses.
That's how
falling asleep on a fucking podcast. What the fuck?
That's how a lot of wrestlers get hooked, though, is because they get hurt. They do something big, and then the back goes or the neck goes, and then they give you the big pharma. The guys kind of develop an addiction.
Let me give a backstory. So I called Eddie Kingston one day, right?
Oh, I still
hold on. Let me rephrase that. Let me go way. Hold on
for that.
Let me go way back. So Joey's birthday's coming up, right?
Oh, you talking?
So I make a phone call.
This is the TNA story.
So I make a phone call, and they go, "Dog, whatever you want. We got much respect for you."
Well, to phrase that, you called Billy.
I called Billy Gunn, who's a good friend of mine.
You called Billy.
Shout out to Pete. Shout out to Pete and his family.
You guys know him as Mr. Ass or the badass Billy Gunn.
I know him as Pete.
Nick James in TNA, whatever you know him as. That's who he calls.
So I called Pete and I said, "Pete, do me a favor. Joey's a big fan of AJ. His birthday's coming up."
Oh.
He goes, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Have AJ." Hold on. I said, "Have AJ call him." He goes, "On your phone?" I said, "Use my phone."
No, he didn't even call him. It was funny because I was sitting there and he said that, and I heard him go, "Oh, actually, he's right next to me." And he goes, "Joe, come here." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Somebody wants to say happy birthday to you." He handed me the phone. Dude, you could have.
He came in his pants.
I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I get on the phone and he goes, "Hey, Joe, this is your dad's friend. It's Billy Gunn. Happy birthday." I'm like, thank you. And then he goes, "Hold on. Somebody else wants to say hello to you." And he hands him the phone. He goes, "Joey, it's AJ Styles. I just want to wish you a happy birthday." And I'm like this.
Now, mind you, he's sitting there, and then
I'm sitting there just like this.
Then they go, "Hold on." And Sonny Siaki gets on and he goes,
these are all guys that I watch
Joey,
TNA.
we want to wish you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
So mind you.
As a kid, you're sitting there and your favorite wrestlers are calling you, and you're like this.
Then the thing was,
thank you so much.
AJ was doing a sign up.
Okay, so
I'll tell this.
Finish. I'll tell this story because I was there.
AJ was doing a signing up here,
but you weren't.
I wasn't here. Shut the fuck up.
No, let me shut the fuck up. Can I talk? Because I'm going to get to the part where you come in. Cox. So they were doing a show up in the Mid-Hudson Civic Center for Northeast Wrestling, who at the time was the premier company up here, whatever. They used to bring in AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Jake the Snake, Roddy Piper, Jerry Lawler, Booker T, Mr. Anderson. So they're doing an autograph signing. And I know a couple of the guys who run a company up here today. And, I want to go see them because I always go see them, even now. And I go up and I'm sitting on the stairs and I have on AJ's TNA shirt. Dude, he walks past me and looks at me and goes, "Nice shirt, kid," and keeps walking. And I'm like,
yeah.
My mom looks at me and I'm sitting on the stairs and she kicks me. She goes, "Say thank you." I'm like, "Thank you.
So now, mind you. So here's another story.
Well, so to that story,
they're doing an autograph signing in the Poughkeepsie Galleria. It's Rey Mysterio and
Shane Helms.
When he
the
was
Hurricane,
right? So now my son obviously has the mask.
Let's put it this way. So at the time, I was a huge fan of Rey Mysterio and Hurricane because they just.
Okay, can I finish my story?
Go ahead.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Go ahead. Finish your story.
You should.
Because I didn't even get to the best part.
Are you gonna shut the fuck up?
I didn't get to the best part of the other story.
Okay.
Before you cut me off.
So we're sitting in the mall, right? So I get a phone call and it's Ray. He goes, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in the mall." He goes, come to the I don't know, some record store that was there.
Oh no, that was when he had us go out front.
Yeah, he goes
to meet him at the limo.
He goes, "Come out front to the limo." I'm like, "Bro, they're not gonna let me buy the fucking limo. They're not gonna let me talk."
And his answer was, "Pops told me to call you. I'm calling you, and I'm telling you to come outside."
So now I get to the limo, and you know the WWE has security. So I go up to the limo. I'm like, "Yo, Ray." He's like, "Big dog." The guy's like, "Oh, no, don't touch him. Don't touch him." I said, "Motherfucker, do you know who I am?"
And then Ray looked at.
I said,
I was
"You know who the fuck I am? I'm fucking Big Dog."
But
This is Ray. He goes, "Yeah." I said, "He's my friend." And Ray looks. He goes, "That's Big Dog." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "He can come in with me." So now, mind you, I have to be to work
in White Plains.
Which
is an hour
from me. So now, Joey's in line, and I went over and I said, "Ray," and I said to Shane, I said, "Shane, my son's in line. I gotta be to work in like an hour." He goes, "So why the fuck is he standing in line?" I said, "Because I'm not that kind of guy that's gonna let him skip the line because I know you." He goes, "Bro, fucking bring him up here. He's gonna sit here with me." So I brought him up and I said, "I have to go." My grandma was there. Mind you, my grandma at the time was like 62 years old. And she's like, "Joey, you're getting in front of the line." She's like, "You're getting in front of the line." And mind you, he took a picture with Shane Helms.
I was on Shane Helms.
All over Shane Helms'
website for like probably it had to be at least 10 years because he used to put up all of his autograph signing pictures, and I was always on it. And it's me with the Hurricane mask, the Hurricane cape, and I had on a Spider-Man T-shirt because I had to have Spider-Man on because Spider-Man was the best.
So and here's another quick story. So me and Bubba Ray Dudley, because everybody asks us about this. So myself and Bubba Ray had heat when he came to the arena up here, the MJN Center, which is now the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, which is now the MJN Arena.
Home of Austin Championship Wrestling. Shout out to the fucking cheap plug. So
you have to, though. You have to. All right, shut the fuck up. So they were in the ring, and I know Devon. Devon, for all y'all that don't know, Devon used to work for the post office.
Mm-hmm.
He used to work for the post office. He got the phone call, say, "Hey, I need you to get a tie-dye shirt." Cool. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. So my best friend Nick, him and I are best friends, he did a tie-dye shirt for Devon. It was with bleach and pneumonia. Bro, when they went to the arena, when they went to the arena, he took it out of the fucking bag, right? Took it out of the bag.
It's because they didn't wash it properly.
He goes to put it on. Tommy Dreamer turns around and goes, now I know Tommy because Tommy used to own a deli by my old high school. So they turn around and go, "What the fuck is that smell?" Bro, Devon went to put the shirt on. As he put it on, the shit ripped in half.
The shirt disintegrated
disintegrated
because they used highly high grade chemicals that they clean the floors with the post office on a fucking T-shirt.
So now get back to the arena. So up here, I buy tickets because I'm an old ECW head. Shout out to Robert Van Dam and Sabu. So
and Fonzie.
and Fonzie.
Love Fonzie.
So now I'm sitting like the second row up. All of a sudden, you know, they do their spiel. Oh, you fat piece of shit. Blah 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 blah. What do I do?
Basically, to get a rise out of the crowd.
What do I do? The guy that I am, I'm like,
You are.
Devon,
Asshole.
you're a fucking asshole. Bubba Ray, I fucked your mother, your sister's aunt, whoever. He goes, you fat piece of shit. I will whip your ass. Bro, and I shit you not, God to my hand to God. All of a sudden, the crowd starting chanting big dog, big dog.
No.
Big dog.
Let's it wasn't the whole crowd. It was two culprits in that crowd. No, he wasn't there. It was George and somebody else.
Vic.
No, that would have been Hale Collins.
Hale Collins, who wore the blue stuff. So they start all of a sudden the arena starts going crazy. And I said to the security, I said, bro, go in the back, tell fucking Paul Heyman I'll sign a waiver because I'm gonna whip his ass. Next night, I have a show in Long Island for the Long Island Wrestling Federation.
That was Bobby and Party, wasn't it?
Shout out to the great Bobby and Body. I have a show for them. Who's up? Bubba Ray Duffy. So now, my wife is sitting in the crowd. My son's sitting in the crowd. My mother-in-law's sitting in the crowd.
I don't remember that one.
So now I'm in the back, and I go and I'm wrestling his best friend, Primo Canero III. Shout out to Mike Iriola. So
Yeah, you can't say his last name's hard to pronounce.
it's Iriola. So shout out to him. So now he's like, Dave, Bubba wants me to put you out of business. I said, that ain't happening, bro. That ain't happening. So now mind you, after we have our match, I was like, I'm coming to fuck you up. And I was like, let's go. So now my mother-in-law runs in the back. She's like, you got to stop this. Now I got Kane D running out. I got Homicide running out. I got
Magic there?
Tony DeVito running out. I got everybody running out to stop it. I said, what are y'all doing? I said, don't stop this motherfucker. This is the highlight of my career. Me with the Bubba's ass.
Yeah.
They go, you know, I said, bro, I will whip his ass like a redheaded stepchild in a fucking whorehouse.
But the best part, honestly, is the ending to this whole thing is that you guys are actually friends now.
And now we're actually
Very
friends.
good friends.
Very good friends.
And it's funny because
That's
what
great.
blows my mind as a kid and grew up kind of around the business was every time we go and see him, we look at him and go, we're still good, right? We're good. We're friends. We're good. And that's what Bubba would look at him and go, and he's like, yeah. He goes, I'm retired now. He goes, I got nothing left.
You know, so people don't realize there is actual heat in the wrestling business.
And the
the wrestling business, listen, let me explain the word of heat. So for y'all that don't know in the wrestling world, because I'm not taking over your podcast, but yes, fuck it, I am. Fuck it. This is Turnbuckles.
I didn't notice.
So for y'all that don't know what the word heat means,
tying all back together.
what y'all don't know in the wrestling world of heat is heat means that, let's say this is CM Punk. And let me tell you a story about that.
No.
Finish the goddamn story you were telling.
Finish the story you were telling about heat.
So heat
Jesus
means
Christ.
I gotta keep him on track. You see what I got?
Yo, how about
You've got the worst ADHD I've ever seen.
Dude, how about you go fuck yourself and let me talk to this guy first.
I fuck myself all the time.
Let them ask their questions to us that they have.
So the word heat means that somebody in the wrestling world does not like you. And when they don't like you, if they have the juice, Juice, If they have the juice, they're gonna stick a dick so far in your
It's
ass
gonna get you basically to the point that
you're gonna be so far down on the ground.
you're gonna
You're gonna go from here to here.
the easiest way to phrase that and kind of tie it all back to the cigar world is when he's like, you go, and they have the juices. You can go from main event guy at the top of the card, where if that main event person don't like you, you're now on the card. That's when the doors are opening, when there's nobody in the stands.
Correct.
And to tie it back to the cigar world, and I've had to learn this over the years, the wrestling business is so big, yet so small at the same time.
It's like
And the cigar world is the same thing. It seems so big,
It is.
but it's so small at the same time.
So now, anybody got questions? Because I'm sitting
Now
here fucking sleeping my
Let's
dick.
give them the show back, and we're just here.
Now I'm gonna give you a show back. I'm sitting here mind my fucking business like I always do.
But that's the thing, you know something. You look at where it is, and you said wrestling, cigars. You can have that main position where you are up there, you champion and all the rest, but you piss somebody off, and you're there as soon as people are gonna get the popcorn and it's the dart matches. You ain't getting fucking seen on TV. You're getting shut down. And this is the thing in the cigar industry. You can have one of the best selling fucking cigars going, but you piss a company off and they can stop you from either getting the leaf that you need, the wrapper. They can stop you from getting the binder, the filler. They can stop your production. They can take your staff and give them more money. And that's the thing. And it's a crazy industry when you look at it. But the thing is, wrestling's always going to be there for people. When you look at it, over the years, English wrestling. You look at, of course, American wrestling.
Yeah, take a break.
Japanese wrestling. It's always going to be around. And even cigars. Cigars are going to always be in that livelihood. Because you're always going to smoke a cigar. Unless, of course, the politics get in the way and they do what the politics are doing. And this is the thing. And it's why we've been fighting it. It's why we've been mentioning it. It's why, of course, if people go over onto the Cigar Loons Instagram, they'll see a speech that was done last week in Parliament in England. And basically the politician's there. And he's telling people about the love of cigars that he's got. Why he wants cigars to be saved in England and no generational tobacco ban. And this is the thing. People are slowly starting to talk about it. People are slowly starting to post it. And I think more politicians can post it. But then when you look at celebrity-wise who smoke cigars, you look at the whole thing. You've got wrestlers who smoke cigars. You've got pop stars, rock stars, film stars. You've got everybody that enjoys cigars. And this is the thing. And it needs to be saved.
Douchebags hanging out in their basement.
Yeah. Well, douchebags hanging out of the basement, douchebags in the back room. But yeah. But you know something? I know, of course, we're on an hour 28 at the moment. And I've got the old wife in the other room tired. So, of course, I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut the show. But
so are you getting laid tonight or what?
What?
Are you getting laid
tonight?
I'm not. for me to know and me to know only. I'll get that moisturizer on your beard.
Listen, Mr. Motherfucker.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go again.
So no,
listen,
I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for having us on.
We apologize we couldn't get on at the right time, but we're ended.
So now
I can't wait to have you guys on our show.
Motherfuckers are coming on our show.
Yeah.
You guys give us a date and we'll make it happen. That's for sure.
Let's fucking go.
We did. 21st. We said 21st. I said to your dad.
Did you get the fucking memo?
I'm
fucking retarded.
21st. We're supposed to be joining you. And
21st of November. He said the 21st.
The wife has got a message. So he's coming to keep me warm in bed. It's cold here in the UK. So, yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's what the wife says. But yeah, you know something, we can't wait. And this is the thing, of course. You guys have joined us, and we're going to be joining you on the 21st. So keep your eyes open and go and visit, of course, Turnbuckles and Stogies, and you will see the Cigar Loons. And of course, we're going to go invade their podcast. So they're going to ask us stuff.
Wait, but here's the thing.
We're going to cut loose.
Grumpy can't fall asleep in the fucking podcast.
That's your job. Right?
Hey, you watch. Grumpy's gonna come out with a bang. You ask him the questions, and Grumpy will give you the answers.
Oh yeah.
Grumpy, give me this.
You'll see.
Grumpy. I gotta ask you a question. So you live in the Florida Panhandle, right? So how did you go from Canada to the Florida Panhandle?
Jacksonville. He was in Jacksonville originally.
No, he was in Knoxville.
Yeah.
No,
Knoxville. Knoxville.
So how did you go
Right?
from there to the Florida Panhandle? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, there was a lot of things behind that. I mean, nothing, it was, let's just say there was a lot of spiritual things behind that, and we're right where we need to be.
What was his name?
See, now you're going to get stupid, aren't you?
All right.
Just say
Let's go.
Thanks for having us on. We appreciate it.
And whatever questions that we didn't get to, please make sure to ask us on that when we have you guys on our show.
Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to shut me the fuck up.
That's perfectly.
Well, motherfucker, why am I shutting you up now? Talk. This is your show.
Because you've been talking the whole damn time.
Because you don't fucking stop talking.
All right, so hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes. Go ahead and ask your fucking questions, motherfucker.
I got nothing, man. At this point, we're good.
See,
We got you on the next one.
Whatever.
We got you on the next one. We're good.
See what I'm saying? I told him to ask the question. Motherfucker, don't ask the question.
Whatever questions they didn't get
See,
to ask weren't here.
I could ask one, but it just pushes more buttons.
So just ask.
You don't need to push
What are you
buttons.
waiting for? Just ask it, Grumpy. I'm right here.
What is the purpose of all the profanity? I mean, embarrassing as far as I'm concerned, but I'm just an old guy vegging in the corner. But what does it actually, I mean, it contributes nothing to the story.
So,
facts are fact. You don't, I don't understand. Why you
cuss so much?
Listen,
I don't understand that.
Can I answer my own question?
Go ahead.
So I'm a New Yorker.
Do it without profanity.
I'm a New Yorker.
That's no excuse.
So can I finish, or you want to? Go ahead, Joey will tell you what's wrong. Go ahead, tell
I'm
him.
not going to say what's wrong. I'll let you talk.
So I'm a New Yorker, and this is how we talk. You heard? So if nobody likes how I talk, it's like I say on my Instagram, my Facebook, just scroll on.
But to be fair, it might be a little extra because of all of the problems we've dealt with in the last couple of days between moving. So that could add to the profanity, because when we do our show,
I can't curse.
Not that you can't curse, but he's not as F-bomb ridden.
Yeah, he's using it like a comma tonight.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's okay. Usually, I'm the one getting yelled at because I cuss too much.
He's not normally this F-bomb ridden.
Yep.
I think they were keeping track one night. I dropped like something like 40 F-bombs in one.
You gotta. Yeah, about 40. About 40 as well as your other profanities that you were shouting on live.
I know your time is up. Thank you for having us on. Sorry we could not jump on earlier. We were busy with coming in the truck.
And like I said, whatever questions
take my hat off to you, motherfuckers.
Please make sure you bring to our show and feel free to ask them. But we love when we're able to ask you guys questions, and you guys are able to ask us questions and kind of go into more detail with another hour and a half session.
And now that you know my background, we're going to get into your background. Especially the hot guy in the basement.
Especially what?
I have a background.
Got up, going your fan. Got up. Oh, we've all got a background. Even Grumpy. Grumpy's got a background. I have. I'm Matthew. God help everybody. God help everybody. And they find out our backgrounds. Especially if we start dropping. And this is the thing, you know something. We see a lot in the cigar industry, and we talk about it a lot. And this is the thing, and we hope, of course, you've enjoyed tonight. And, of course, check out the live video that's being recorded tonight. It's going to be over on Spotify tomorrow. Of course, we're live next week. It's 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. And, of course, midnight in the UK. That's if I don't get snowed in, because we got snow on the way.
Nice.
No jelly fucking.
Oh, we got snow on the way too. I got the alert.
Yeah. I don't want it. I don't want it because it stops me from going cigar shopping tomorrow, and I'm going cigar shopping tomorrow. So please do not come snow.
Well, you can't go.
But for me, as always, well, trust me, my cigar shopping is going to be a very, very dear do tomorrow. Yeah, you're looking at 20 cigars. Enough $500 to $600. So yeah, it's going to be a day tomorrow. It is. But of course, for me, as I always say, stay smoky, everybody. Matthew.
Don't start now, won't be none. Grump.
I love you. Abba Father loves you. But if he's not in the driver's seat, you need to pull over because you're in the wrong place. Catch me later.
Deuces.
Catch you next week, everyone. And of course, come and check us out on Turnbuckles and Stogies, and come and watch.
From the depths of the internet, a podcast did arise. A trio of loons with cigars in their eyes. They've invaded the world with their smoky surprise. The Cigar Loons, they're oh so wise. Lunatic invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest blends to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail. With their witty banter and infectious glee, they've captured hearts, you see. They're more than just smokers, they're a family, united by cigars, a brotherhood free. Invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest blends to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail.